Wednesday, April 15th, Scott Rickenbach, Doc Sports NHL action here. We're going to be looking at the Seattle Kraken at Vegas Golden Knights matchup in this one. At the time of this recording, Vegas is about a 300 favorite on the money line, minus 300. So I do want to mention the puck line here in this one. Vegas minus 1.5, minus 115. That's 115. That's at the time of this recording. And the total on this one is mostly 6 goals, and you'll see some 6.5 out there juiced to the under. Some books you might even see some 5.5 juiced to the over very heavily. We'll call it a 6 here, and we're going to talk about this matchup and which way I'm playing it and why, and we're going to get into that in just a moment. Before I do want to mention yesterday the free picks did split here, though they went 1-1, and these video free picks are now on a long-term 131 and 106 run, and more recent than that, 50 and 35, and even more recent than that, 36 and 24, my last 60 for 60% winners. Guys, as you can see with those long-term records too, I'm doing my best here to give you free winners. Of course, the best picks are my premium picks, especially my top games. And I do want to mention that my NBA, after a 2-0 sweep yesterday to begin the postseason action, is now on a 14-6 run. It's actually 14-6 here, and that's 70% here in the month of April. My NHL 34-17 run after a top game winner yesterday. So appreciate you guys checking out my premium picks as well. Big day yesterday with NBA and NHL. And of course, other premium pick action up each and every day. It's baseball season. Love the baseball. Join me there. Check out my premium picks, the Scott Rickenbach page at Doc Sports, and get on board. But let's get a free winner here with this Seattle-Vegas matchup. And I'm going to dive into the reasons why here as to the selection I'm making. So this one, when you look at the standings, the fact is, with only one game to go for these teams, but Vegas has not yet locked up the Pacific Division. The reason is because Edmonton has 2 more regulation wins than they do. So if Vegas would lose and Edmonton wins the Pacific. So Vegas needs at least 1 point here to lock up the division. But of course, they don't want to risk, they're not going to want Seattle to hang around in this game and just hope that, Vegas at least sends it to OT or a shootout. Of course, they're not going to want to do that. But the thinking is Seattle, of course, would like to play the role of spoiler. They're not going to the postseason. They are a divisional foe. They would love to play the role of spoiler. But when you look at this Vegas team, and of course, we're going to talk about the puck line here because this money line is in the minus 300 range, like I mentioned at the front of the tape. But the Golden Knights have won 6 of their last 7 games. And ironically, the only loss in the bunch was to the Seattle Kraken, a 4-3 loss in the shootout. But they have really responded with Tortorella on the bench. That was a good move for Vegas. There's just a new energy with this team, and they've had a lot of big wins too. So Vegas has been rolling. Seattle has lost 7 of their last 9 games. So, and going even further back, they've actually lost 11 of their last 14. They just have 3 wins in their last 14 games. And again, one of those was against Vegas. So this is also a revenge spot. But it's not about revenge for the Golden Knights. It's about, hey, lock up the Pacific Division. They need this game. So I think you're going to see a very motivated Vegas side. And this is a Vegas team that has been playing much better. They've responded to Torts on the bench. That's Tortorella for Vegas. He's done a good job there getting this team turned back around, and going in the right direction heading into the postseason. So I look for them to lock up the Pacific Division here, and I look for them to do it with a win by a multi-goal margin. They've had a lot of big wins in their recent stretch here. And in fact, if you look at their last 6 wins here, those have come by an average of about 2.5 goals per game. And Seattle, when you look at their losses, each of their last 6 losses has been by at least a 2-goal margin. So Seattle's been losing by multiple goals. Vegas has been winning a lot of games big, like the 6-2 win they just had over Winnipeg. And in fact, their last 3 home wins have all been by at least a 3-goal margin. So, at least a 2-goal margin. So they have been winning big here on home ice as well. Good spot here for Vegas. Seattle, they're already thinking ahead to next season. They're just playing out the string here. Again, I know they'd like to play the role of spoiler, but Vegas is flying all over the ice right now, and they get it done again. tonight with a big win on home ice. So we're going to lay the 1.5 goals, which is at a -115 price. That is your free pick here. Vegas -1.5 goals on the puck line. Again, I have an additional free pick going tonight as well. Don't miss that. The way you make sure you don't miss any of these videos is to subscribe to the Doc Sports YouTube channel and consider turning on notifications. You'll get notified as we post this free content for you on a daily basis. And once again, don't forget about my premium picks, the Scott Rickenbach page at Doc Sports, and jump on board for some of this red hot NHL and NBA premium pick action. Again, big night in both those sports yesterday. Going to do it again here today on Wednesday. I'm Scott Rickenbach from Doc Sports, wishing you the best of luck today and always.